Well, it's great to see so many people here and to be able to have this fantastic opportunity just come off the floor downstairs from all the hype that's happening down there to come up here. It's kind of nice in this peaceful, quiet room actually. Well, firstly I'd like to say thanks for this opportunity to be able to speak to you here. It's great to have an opportunity to promote WorldSkills as it really needs to get out there, as you've been hearing from previous speakers, Steve and Mark. It's a great event and it's huge and it really needs to get out there, so any opportunity to promote it is fantastic, and it's really good being able to speak from the perspective of both a competitor, as Mark was saying, but also as a judge and an expert now, and so it's good being able to see both sides. I'm Michael Kirkwood Smith, as Mark said, and I was a competitor in Japan in 2007 in the IT software applications category, so I'm a bit of a nerd. Look, it's out there, so I'm not as trading as some people might think, but the IT categories are in there and they're all trades, and it's great to see such a wide range of categories and trades that are involved in this WorldSkills competition. As has been mentioned already, it's really, really good to hear about this promotion and the importance of this skills excellence and training, and the whole aim of WorldSkills Australia is to promote skills excellence. What they're trying to do through these competitions and through the training is to get Australia's skilled people as high up and as well trained as possible, not only on a regional level, so here in Brisbane, here in Queensland, but also on a national level, so Queenslanders versus those New South Wales people, New South Welshmen I think we're called. I'm not from Queensland, sorry. But not only on a national level, but taking it to an international level where we can see how our young people from Australia compete against the rest of the nation, the rest of the globe. And it's really good to see these guys getting out there competing, and we can benchmark our skills and excellence against the rest of the world, and it's a massive opportunity that not many people will get in their lifetimes. WorldSkills, for people who aren't clear, used to be called the Youth Skill Olympics, which I think gives it a much better or much clearer idea of how WorldSkills actually operates. If you think of the Olympics, you think of this glorious kind of occasion where countries come in. If you've ever seen the opening ceremony, countries parade in, they have their country uniforms on, parading their national colours, they stride in, they're waving their flags, it's a matter of national pride. It's exactly the same at the WorldSkills International Comp. These guys get to go into these competitions and parade themselves. It's a matter of national pride that they're competing in these competitions. They compete solidly for days on end. The international competition is 4 days and it is jam-packed. Usually you'll be doing about 15 hours of work in maybe 8 hours or something like that. And that's how they test the level of the skills of these competitors. At the end of the competition, there's a closing ceremony, exactly the same as the Olympics. Each category, there's awarded a gold medal, a silver medal, and a bronze medal. And you should see the looks on people's faces when they get awarded a medal. It's exactly the same as the Olympics. Emotions are suddenly running wild with these people. It's a huge, huge occasion. I'm sure Jared, there are pictures of him around the place, gold medal hanging around his neck, Australian flag. Sometimes there's a kangaroo sitting along the side somewhere. It's this massive occasion, and it's this real matter of national pride that people are getting out there and competing for their nation. So this WorldSkills competition, although it's only in Brisbane at the moment, and at some stage will be on a national level, it is huge once it gets to that international level. I was fortunate enough to compete in the regional competition around the Sydney region in 2005, and winning a gold medal, got to go to the national competition, which was in Sydney as well, so I didn't get to travel too far by that stage, and that was in 2006, and by 2007 I was competing alongside the rest of the 2007 Skillaroos in Japan, and it was a fantastic opportunity, and it's a bit of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Post-international competition, I'm now, I've got this massive privilege to not only just finish the competition. WorldSkills doesn't leave you alone. If you're ever a competitor, you never tell your competitors this to start with, but WorldSkills doesn't end after you've finished your competitions. Okay? You can't escape WorldSkills. Not only is it infectious and you want to get back involved, but they won't let you go either. So I'm now involved in training up our next Skillaroo who's going over to Calgary. I've been involved in competition riding with Caroline Hawkins, who's our international expert, or national expert. so writing competitions, and also involved in judging our national comps and our regional comps here. And it's fantastic being able to put something back into WorldSkills. It's all volunteer based, and that's how it's driven. So it's really important that we get people on side and we get to push these young people into these competitions to build up their level of skills and excellence. And it really goes to show how well Australians are placed in an international market. And I don't think there's any other way that you can easily do that, match country against country. But this WorldSkills competition gives the perfect opportunity to see how well our young people can place against the rest of the world. The benefits of WorldSkills, I have this as one bullet point on my little sheet down here, but it really should be 20 kind of bullet points. The benefits of WorldSkills are huge, both professionally and personally. Well, I've had this said about me, that you see your young people come through the competition and you see how well they develop as a person. I never believed it myself. I think I'm pretty much the same. But it's really good to see how people grow in maturity and see how their confidence develops over these competitions. Even just sending someone to another state to compete, you can see them change and you can see them develop as a person. And obviously professionally, there are huge benefits involved. Every level of competition in WorldSkills pushes your competitors further and further as they have to compete against a higher level of skills every time. And once it gets to the level of the international competition, as these guys up the back will tell you, they're involved in a lot of training at the moment for the Calgary competition. And every level of competition, you know, that benchmark gets pushed higher and higher. And Australians are more than capable of competing with the rest of the world. As Mark said, we're now ranked 5th in the world. And I think that's a huge effort, and it just really goes to show Australia is a very small nation when you're talking about comparing Australia with some of the Asian nations especially, and the emphasis that they put into their competitors. If Australia is ranking 5th in the world in one of these competitions, that's something to be incredibly proud about. And every time that these competitors get sent overseas, we have that opportunity to push that ranking up. And Australia is being seen as a very highly skilled nation, and not just from our point of view, but internationally. And through this WorldSkills competition, that's why it's so important that we get people involved in it and really promote it. There are lots of benefits which come out of it. So after the competitions, if you can put down on your resume that you've won a regional gold medal, let alone a national gold medal, or that you've competed in an international competition, an employer scanning down the list sees that, and if you're a national gold medalist, it means that you're the best in the nation in your particular field. And if an employer sees that, I think they're fairly likely to kind of pick you out of the litter at that point. So as far as young people are concerned, it's huge on a career level. There are sponsorships or scholarships that come out of WorldSkills as well, and organisations that work closely with WorldSkills, such as the Big Brother movement, where some competitors get the opportunity to be sent to the UK and undergo a training camp which develops them personally, and they get work experience in the UK and then get to come back to Australia and apply those skills. And so that's a massive opportunity as well. And there are many more opportunities. I was meant to fit this into 3 minutes, obviously didn't happen, sorry about that. But this is huge, and the more that I can throw at you in this particular bit of time, the better. And I can't talk about it enough, but it's a fantastic opportunity. And I think it's really great to see that WorldSkills is really promoting this skills excellence, and it puts this challenge out there to all Australians that choosing a skills-based trade is a massive decision, and it's a lot of people kind of put skill-based trades underneath university courses and some of the more theoretical kind of learning, but they need to understand that this is like a really important decision. And through these WorldSkills competitions, we can put out there that these skills-based training courses are really, really important, not only at a national level, but internationally, and we're competing that highly. And WorldSkills is the organisation that's really promoting this skills excellence in Australia. So, sorry, a bit of a motor mouth, but I had to cram it in there. So thank you once again for giving me this opportunity to speak to you. That's it, I'm done.